We're back right here live. It's the basketball guys that shut it down. I said a Gonzaga. They said that's the ultimate can't trust the team, and they said we refuse to let you continue with this. They basically the basketball guys said we cut you. I mean, the look on Darnell's face was like last thing I heard before he went down. Darnell said, "I'm not sure about Gonzaga." he was trying to lean in with me. He was.
That was it. That was
Darnell was
it.
trying. He's like, "Cuz, I'm gonna try to find a way to yes, but that I'm not sure about
Yeah.
that." You say a lot of things. That one I can't ride with you on your own. But as I was saying, I said if I'm right, I'm gonna tell you right now. I might be taking y'all to dinner. If I'm right, and there's some team, and it might not be in Gonzaga that uh, that we know has the pieces and they've been trying to get it together that can turn it on. And they got the pieces to do it. Have they shown it throughout this season? No. Have they shown it all the time? Has it been consistent? No. But there's moments like this. They got the players to pull it together, and they got players who got experience. So, Mark Few's not the coach, but
Can Nimhard be this year's Marquise Noel?
yes, I think he got in. But you and I, this is something that you and I were disappointed, right? We thought he was going to bring more. Darnell, we got to talk about this together. We were
Oh, the Mel
disappointed.
Invitational, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
you and I
again,
said, "Wow, this guy's going to show up," because we watched him at Creighton. I mean, sometimes I realized he should have stayed at Creighton, but I
yep.
understood why he made that move. Um, and so I was like, he could be the difference, and we were so disappointed. You're right, and maybe I'm wishing, and he's given signs he can do it because he's the key. They got the
Mhm.
other pieces, but he's the one when he plays, everything else works.
Yeah,
Uh,
they have talent, but then we could see him rewind the clock back to that Maui when they play and when they have that potential Houston matchup in the second round
yeah.
and they start trapping those ball screens and it's not necessarily as comfortable as he's used to.
But they got bigs who can play in space who can handle. They got guys, you know what I'm saying? Like they got
Hmm.
guys and they got a coach who knows how to prepare them for that. Like that's the kind of game they would win. Like there are other games they would lose. That's actually the kind of game that few would find a way to win. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about it. I mean, I love what they're doing down in Houston. But if you cut off the head of Houston, they're a different team.
All I can keep thinking of, Devon, is who are you trying to convince?
Myself.
Yeah,
Ain't nobody.
Put away. Either you win,
I'm just
win
listening
the
to
pool
you.
or get crushed. Either
Yeah.
win or get crushed
Go
with that.
on
With
and
that
on. I'm like, who are you trying to convince?
I can't trust him because too much.
They're,
I mean,
hey
you either
man,
win, you either win
hey
or get crushed.
Devon, who's the head of Houston?
I,
You said if
Who,
when you
Pryor?
cut the head off of Houston.
I think it's their point guard is still the one. Even though they got a great big, their point
What's what
guard like dead
Milos Uzan?
with Crier.
He's
Oh,
not the point
Pryor's not
guard.
point
Milos is
guard.
the point guard.
He's
Pryor's
Well,
off
I mean,
guard.
Crier went up there too.
off
Yeah,
guard, bro.
Yeah,
yeah.
you got Milos, you
three
got
guard set.
Pryor.
You got three
Emmanuel
guys.
Sharp is
Yeah.
finally healthy. Emmanuel Sharp is finally healthy.
Yeah,
The defense, is shit, man.
Houston might be on
Best
my
defense
can't
in the
trust the
country.
list.
Best defense in the country. That's what they're gonna win, man. Best defense in the country.
Yeah, best
Yeah, but you still
defense
got
in
to
the
score.
country.
Yep.
And they make you do things that you do not want to do.
But they like the
And
bully on the block. They like Debo. When you stand up to them, sometimes that stuff. We watch. You and I watched Wisconsin do that to them. Back in the day, they are a team that if you willing to stand in the pocket like Lamont did against Javante Davis, they you can get interesting with them. I'm with that one. There's something about them. I'm like, yeah, the shine outside look good, but there's some people who will get that dogfight with them. And Gonzaga got the talent. It's not just being a dogfight. They got players. They got players. They're not. That's not their issue. They haven't been able to put it all together, but they got players who can play at the next level. So I might be trying to convince myself, but you know, if we get on this show next week and y'all like, man, you must have been in church, then I don't want to hear it.
as you said before, I think the basketball gods have spoken. You need to just let it ride, bro. and move. Let's just move on.
Now I do have another sheet that doesn't have that one, but this is the one I'm
Okay.
it's always. Yeah, you know, but I got
Yeah.
other ones I've laid out but this one I thought I would present to the committee.
Yeah, I'm like Darnell. I can ride with you sometimes. I can't ride with you on this.
Well, hold it. Darnell got like Texas Tech. Come on, man.
Well, that's true.
What's wrong with Texas Tech?
And now I'm already thinking.
We talk about teams playing
did you
both
say Texas
ends.
Tech?
Yes, I have Texas Tech. I'm saying we're talking about teams that play both ends. Texas Tech plays on both ends. They have guys that can score. They got Christian Anderson. They got a wing that can score as well. They got JT Toppin in the middle. Man,
Yeah, but the stage is the
don't
stage.
sleep. Watch out for
Stage
Texas
is the
Tech.
stage, man. All that stuff look good in the regular season. Stage is the stage. You out here, y'all on me about this. I mean, I give Gonzaga a better chance than I give the Texas Tech.
Ooh.
You got
I don't know about that.
there. I think y'all just sleeping on.
I'll pick Texas Tech over Gonzaga on neutral site.
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. You know, like you know, like they say, like you said in the song. Okay. Yeah, we could. So if y'all gonna get on me on that one, I give Texas Tech a couple rounds.
I got Texas Tech beating Auburn. I got them beating Auburn.
Yeah.
JT Toppin versus Denai Broome is going to be a war.
It's going to be a war, but it's going to be a war that's lost. You're going to lose on the hill because you got to play against the rest of them cats.
I don't know if that's the hill you want to die on.
Yeah, that's it's not just him. You know, they got some other dogs, and that's early. So we'll see. All right, we got it. All right, y'all. We're going to land this plane because it's obviously the basketball guys were not pleased with what I just said. I had no love on any of this. But I've been on that hill before and carried the belt home. So I'm not opposed to standing by myself. I'm not the kind of person that will tell you I told you so, but you know I'm going to tell you I told you so. So we going to have that. I guess I'm going to be the one with that kind of energy over there. All our RSG folks like, man, I'm about to get off this page. They're going to cost me money talking about Gonzaga. But these guys gave you a whole bunch of other teams you could focus on. Let's close it down. Let's drop the mic a little bit on this. But first, before we do that, let's talk about at least a little bit about the women because we got to make sure we talk about it. We got our own our ladies tournament. The one thing I will talk about, Don was a little bit mad about not getting that overall #1, and I got to say this. Look, Don, and if we gonna have if the NCAA,
it doesn't matter. She gonna win anyway, so don't matter.
Yeah, but you can't take a 29-point loss. I watched that game at home to UConn, and then you also lost to UCLA. I mean, those are tight margins, so they're gonna give it to UCLA, but I think they're gonna make a run for it anyway. So I'm not gonna. That's all they needed was some motivation, but that one, the thing about the women's game is it's normally chalk, early on, and then it gets interesting. But there's a lot more teams I think can get into the whole. Who y'all think gonna do it? I got my surprise of winning it. I got USC.
I got South Carolina. I think they'll pay back my finals. South Carolina, UCLA. They'll pay back the earlier loss, early part of the year in November. Come back and win. Yeah.
Is USC a surprise?
Huh? No, ain't no surprise.
No, not you. Devon said he got a sleeper team in this USC.
Ain't a surprise.
They got the best player in the country.
They ain't surprised either.
Yeah, but I think people would have UConn up there. They probably have UCLA ahead of them. They a Notre Dame that can get their act together.
I got Notre Dame involved for
you. You got South Carolina. I mean, it's not like there's a lot of teams who can vie for this championship. I mean,
so can USC too. I mean, USC can.
I think they can, but I think they you got some other teams. Juju's getting them up and going. They still got
they beat UCLA twice this year. They lost.
Yeah,
they lost in the final, but they beat UCLA twice early part of this year. On the road at home.
Who you got, Darnell? You just working with South Carolina? What you doing? Because Timmonsville? What you doing?
It's either them or UConn. I haven't filled my bracket up. So
now, if UConn doesn't win, UConn could be the first one on the can't trust the list. Because it's been a while since UConn won. What was it? 2000?
It's loaded now. This women's game's loaded, bro.
Yeah.
the women's game, especially
Yeah,
you got UCLA and USC killing it. So I can't say
UConn's
that.
loaded.
UConn is loaded, but they not loaded up. I don't think this year.
If AZ play like she played
I said
down in
AZ
South
Flood,
Carolina,
AZ
she in her
Flood,
bag
she's
like
something
that,
else.
there's gonna be some problems. You know,
I think I got UConn.
you
I'm
got
gonna go on a
UConn.
limb.
Okay, all right, Coach, who do you got? Do you been watching?
Until they take her off the throne in South Carolina.
Preach.
You know I love Dawn. I gotta go with
Preach.
Dawn. I mean,
yeah.
Dawn did an interview. She had that Philly look. I was like, is she gonna suit up? I mean,
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
I told you about when I was in New Orleans for a wedding, man. That South Carolina Iowa final. There was one brother who was a Gamecocks fan. He was in there cussing people out and acting. I thought it'd be like a brawl in this. I was like, man, brother, sit down, bro. His brother was cutting up. And I was like, sit down, bro. We winning. That's all that matters, man.
Let it go.
Every basket he was talking some mess. I like, sit down, bro. Sit down, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think Dawn is a master at what she's doing. I don't think anybody in time people recognize just how good a job that she's done all the way around and everything she's done. And until somebody does something different, it's South Carolina. And all they did, like I told you, D, and that we were going back and forth, all they did was give her bulletin board material. That's it.
But I think it's interesting because, she had built her program so much around having a dominant big, and she had to figure out, Chloe Kitts had a really good tournament, this time around. And so her bigs are going to have to show up, and that's
that
where
freshman she got, that freshman she got's been balling.
Yeah, been balling. They're going because they're you talking about Lauren and for UCLA and some of those players, they got some bigs out there who going to be a handle that you got to deal with, and you got to be able to respond to that when you face them. If you come up against especially UCLA, you got to be able to respond to that size because it's going to be cooking.
The worst thing that UCLA did was beat them.
Yeah.
I think
they had no choice. They had to do it.
Well, I say the worst thing that UCLA could do going to the tournament was to beat South Carolina if it comes down to them two in the championship.
That's what it's gonna do. It's gonna come down to them. It's gonna be payback. It's gonna be payback.
All right.
That's what.
Well, we will see. Go get in your brackets. We got the women's going. Make sure you have it. Check out on our Facebook page. We will post that. Get into it. See if I win with this. I might go over to our side and put this down.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
They might win. I mean,
Drake might win.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Drake from Canada or Drake?
Yeah, Drake. Drake
not like us.
Oh, you're gonna go there, huh? Okay. Okay.
I got him go a couple rounds, but I ain't gonna get crazy with it. But something's gonna happen. This tournament, we always say this, and then come Monday, we like, how did that happen?
Yeah, true.
Because the records of 11 and 6s tell us something gonna happen. It's not gonna be who you think it is. It's just the record has not played out that way. We just don't know who's gonna take the body shot. It's like watching The Wire. We're not sure who's gonna get shot, but somebody getting shot. We know somebody's not gonna. It's like watching Power. Somebody not gonna make it through the scene. We're not sure, and that's by Sunday somebody gonna be standing in front of that podium hoping they can make it back to their home campus because they shouldn't have lost. So that's a guarantee. The record has told us that we just haven't figured that one out. I'm trying to give y'all some insight into who it might be. Just saying. Y'all ain't buying it. All right, we're gonna drop the mic. We'll start with Hammer. Give us some flowers. We got to hand it on out.
Oh, I give flowers to MLB coming back.
What from Tokyo? Opening day.
Opening day in Tokyo. Yeah, it's international.
Opening day in Tokyo. We
got two of their biggest stars, Shota and Ohtani. Yeah, no, it's the global game. Rodney Pete over there taking away fly balls or foul balls. So no, it's great to see baseball back. Sadly my Cubbies are in need of overhaul from the top down, but Bottom line is that you look at baseball, just the international flavor of it, and early morning baseball. And my Chicago Cats getting up at 4 a.m. to watch the Cubbies is back, and look forward to Miller Park and Wrigley Field and the majesty of baseball. Sadly, we don't talk about it much because they're not selling themselves very well right now. But if you have your local team like me, you grew up with my Cubbies, and being the trader I am, because I'm not a Sox fan, but I'm with my Cubbies, man, and looking forward to listening to my radio, Score, and Pat Hughes, and my man Ron Coomer and Zach Zaidman, and just again enjoying my Cubbies in baseball. So that's why I send my flowers to.
All right, yeah, baseball. You're right. We got to bring some more of this back to our conversation for bringing it to us. Darnell, who you want to give the flowers to?
Kelvin Sampson.
Mm.
So before Kelvin Sampson was at Houston, Houston had one NCAA tournament bid in 21 years.
Mm-hmm.
But since then, he's had 7 straight seasons with 25 plus wins, back-to-back Big 12 championships, and one of his assistants, Quantis White, he got his assistant a head coaching job over at Louisiana. So that's the mark of a healthy program. You got your assistants getting the head coaching jobs. And they're only 2 seasons in the Big 12. They won the Big 12, a conference that's been dominated by Kansas. So yeah, I gotta drop the mic by giving my flowers out to Mr. Kelvin Sampson.
Mm. All right, Mr. Youngblood, Coach.
Well, Darnell stole my thunder.
As usual.
As always. Because you know what I've been texting and everything about my man Calvin. So,
yeah.
I guess
we can give him double flowers because you can come at from different perspective. We can love on folks. We're not mad about that.
Yeah, talk about how he overcame cause. Yeah, talk about that.
First one I'll do is Dickie V.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Well, yeah.
I'll be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of his in terms of how he announces, but talk about a man that loves college basketball and just loves the people that are in it, and literally almost gave his life to it, and is just thanks to that he's back and been able to come back and do the things he's done. All the players and everybody have shown him a lot of respect for it, and it says a lot about what you were talking about early on, what we remember about the game and what it means to us, and you can tell how much it means to him by just his simple presence and trying to be around for everything. Calvin, along with what he's done with Houston, here's a man that was ostracized, that was blackballed for no real apparent reason at a point in time where he was bringing some life back to for young black men in particular in that Oklahoma program, and just what he's done from himself resurrecting himself, not being anybody else could have had sour grapes about it. Anybody else could have an issue about it. He's never done that. He's just kept it moving. And I'm just so happy for him to be where he is. The accomplishments, of course, that Darnell talked about, but also just what his players look like. They look like men. They look like young men. They look like they're going to be successful in what they do. And so I give my flowers to him for not only what he does on the basketball court for these guys, but also what he does for them off the court. So,
all right, I love that, and coming from you, I think that's someone who walked a mile and walked several miles. I think that's unappreciated. I have 2, and one is Dusty May, Michigan winning that Big Ten championship, and just thinking about what's happened in his first year, at Michigan. really bring that program back into the conversation. You know, someone who's, you know, I'm a big Juwan Howard fan, and I had a lot of things about how things ended for him, but just happy to see that the program is moving forward in good hands. He's doing a good job over there. We'll see what they do here in the tournament, but in his first year, he's made a splash, and he's got some recruiting happening there in the pipeline, and so it's good. There's certain programs you want to have back on the map that bring it in. You know, for me, Michigan's one of those programs, and it's good to get that battle back in the state between Michigan and Michigan State, and just that energy coming back. I'm looking forward to where that's going. And then, you know, we got it, and I think along the lines of just appreciating particularly folks who continue to push the barriers. Leonard Hamilton, who's I believe going to be calling it a day, and you know what he did in terms of bringing Florida State into prominence, and you know, the number of folks who've gone on to do some different things. I believe it's going to be his. I think he's walking away this year, and I just want to make sure, you know, Florida State was all about football. Anybody who knew that, Bobby Bowden, everything else. But you know, Leonard Hamilton, you know, in the way they played and got after it. I mean, it's funny how we talk about these two coaches. These two coaches, you know, that we've talked about tonight, I really emphasize getting after it in a way of approaching it in kind of a lunch pail attitude to you know, the kind of foundational stuff. And so I think I would say, you know, Leonard Hamilton's in that same spirit, and you know, we're seeing a lot of these legends walking away from the game, and just want to make sure we share some flowers there. All right, guys, we got a lot going on tomorrow. It all starts. We'll have, obviously, we get back together. We'll have a lot to say about what we watched. Have fun, find you a good place, pop some of that popcorn, whatever you're gonna do, and enjoy all of these games. Check out the men and the women. It's all gonna be good basketball, and you know, we'll catch you throughout this tournament. Check in, and please, again, if you're gonna do the tourney challenge, jump on our Facebook page for Real Sports Guys, and we have it there. I'll pin it at the top for both the men's and the women. You can join in and see if you can beat out one of us. You know, we will give you the Mutombo figure if you think you do it. Now, if Darnell is doing Texas Tech, then that's one less person you got to worry about. It's not like if I'm doing Gonzaga, it's about two less people.
Two less people, yeah.
It's gonna come down to Joy, Hammer, Cecil, because we might be on the outside looking in, but somebody will be there waving you off if you think you're gonna get there. So good luck, and you know, we'll see you see everybody on the other side, y'all.
Peace.
Hard working, dedicated, would like to dedicate this to those who never hate it. Can't nothing hold us down, can always go another round. Welcome to the underground, real sports with real sports guys. It's a flex that had his mindset, ready for whatever grind next. My mindset, working with the time left. Hard working, dedicated, would like to dedicate this to those who never hate it. Can't nothing hold us down, can always go another round. Welcome to the underground, real sports with real sports guys.